Who doesn't know that music? The neighborhood ice cream truck. For anyone who's ever been a kid, it works like a charm. But for Maribel Rivera, fenced in at home, it's more like torture. She is desperate, desperate for ice cream. And not getting any this time sets off a rage.
It's uncontrollable. It really overtakes her.
I mean, it's not just a tantrum, it's a rage, it's a fury.
It's almost like the end of the world to her. It's like she can't get this, and she needs it.
Mercedes Rivera is Maribel's older sister. She made a documentary named simply Maribel, a young woman whose mysterious condition may hold the secret to obesity in all of us. Maribel is hungry, ragingly hungry, every minute of her life. Her brain is telling her all the time, you gotta eat,
Right.
you gotta eat, you gotta eat.
She doesn't have what we have where we know when we're full. I mean, for her, it's not like that. She's always hungry, and wherever it may be, even if it's in the trash, she'll get it.
She eats out of the trash?
She does.
Are you hungry a lot?
Yeah.
All the time?
Yeah.
This behavior has a name, Prader-Willi syndrome, caused by a flaw in Maribel's DNA. Chromosome 15, inherited from the father's side, is damaged. Somehow, that causes intellectual impairments, short stature, and occasionally violent behavior. It also profoundly affects hunger, creating a sense of never being satisfied. Maribel's hunger is unimaginable. So is the effect on those who love her. Watch this scene in the documentary that Mercedes made. In a public park, Maribel has wandered off to a hot dog stand. As soon as she thinks no one's looking, she starts to beg from strangers.
Excuse me. May you buy me a hot dog, please? One. May you buy me one hot dog, please? May you buy me one hot dog, please? I'm so hungry. Please.
Where is your parents?
I have no parents. I told lady I had no mom.
No, but you have a mom.
I do.
She loves you a lot. Families of children with Prader-Willi have taken drastic measures to keep their kids from eating themselves to death. Maribel never gets outside that fence without supervision. In one extreme case in England, a young man with the syndrome was hospitalized against his will by British authorities to keep him from getting at food. Just food.
The main things that we have to do around the house is lock everything, lock all food.
And when you say lock the food, you mean lock?
Like an actual lock with a key. We have to lock the refrigerator, any other food in the pantry, it's all locked.
3,000 miles away, another family. Almost exactly the same words.
We have our cabinets locked. We have a refrigerator locked. And I slept on the couch in the family room because I knew she'd come down in the middle of the night and try to get in the
You knew that?
Yeah.
Hi. Oh.
Jim and Kid Kane had their daughter Kate in 1981. They knew right away that something was wrong. Kate's muscle tone was weak. And strangely, and this is always true in the beginning with Prader-Willi, she had no interest in food.
They wanted her to nurse, and she wouldn't. And they labeled her a failure to thrive baby.
That, ironically, is an early symptom of Prader-Willi, practically zero appetite. The Kanes needed Kate to eat and were elated when she finally found her appetite.
As she got heavier, it was like great. I mean, she looked like a little Buddha baby, and we were so happy.
But the eating didn't stop, and it began to get out of control. When Kate was only 2, she began stealing cupcakes at birthday parties.
And look at the expression on her face, like, who, me?
Oh, wow. At age 3, Kate weighed 45 pounds, already 50% above the average. At 5, someone finally put a name to what was happening.
I felt convinced that Kate had the Prader-Willi syndrome.
Dr. Dan Driscoll is one of the nation's leading specialists on Prader-Willi. He's the one who gave them the bad news.
But I became very attached to the family, of course, because you're delivering a, well, to say a life sentence.
Kind of does.
The National PraderWilli Foundation estimates there are 30,000 people in the United States with Kate and Maribel's condition. It is rare. It is also an example of pure obesity, affecting those who have it regardless of culture or diet or family background. Lives ruled by hunger and overwhelmed by it. Kate has lost jobs because of her appetite, like the time she was running errands at a nursing home.
Turns out that she would stop in all the people's rooms along the way and raid their candy. Oh. And you'd hear people, you know, hey, get this kid out of here, you know?
Get out of here,
that's not yours.
So the ideal job for you is a place where there's no food around.
Correct.
I know, it's not good.
Thanks to her parents' hard work, Kate qualified for a home for adults with Prader-Willi in Wisconsin. She is monitored 24 hours a day.
Let me see your pockets. Got any other pockets?
It's working. Kate has lost 100 pounds this past year. Residents earn income doing manual labor, and they're trained in healthier eating. We met up recently when Kate was home for the holidays. The setting was a restaurant where she demonstrated her newfound self-control and ordered the salad. But I noticed something odd as we talked. Her eyes kept wandering off in mid-conversation. Then I realized she was following the food going to other tables. As Kate told us, the hunger is always there.
Would you tell lies to get food?
Yes.
You would.
Kate has shoplifted food. She has snuck into this neighbor's house for it.
You know, if I left the room, Kate would visit the refrigerator.
She has hidden it all over in secret hiding places.
Like on my shelf right in here. Pretzels.
How worried are you about her future?
She has to have somebody look after her and kind of be with her and live with her for the rest of her life until somebody finds something for the appetite.
And you'll never expect that she marries?
Probably not.
Today, kids born with Prader-Willi, like 9-month-old Parker, can get off to a better start. They can be diagnosed virtually at birth and start hormone therapy to assist development. On this day, Parker was getting a brain scan, watched over by Dan Driscoll, who is studying the brains of kids with Prader-Willi. Research into how this pure obesity comes about with Prader-Willi, what body chemicals are involved, how they interact, Driscoll thinks could yield benefits for everyone who struggles with their weight.
We think we're going to get major clues by understanding Prader-Willi syndrome. That gives us a window of opportunity to go in and help to understand other causes of obesity and eventually to figure out what's broken and then how to fix it.
That could be how Kate and Maribel get, after all, to make a lasting contribution to science. And as Maribel's mom points out, there are blessings for the parents, too.
The blessing is that I have learned so much from Maribel. And
What have you learned from Maribel?
the patience, loving, a lot of special persons out there. To me, that's what we should all look and see what they have inside.
It comes down to this. The two most basic things a parent gives a child are food and love. A Prader-Willi parent has to learn to fill the void with just one of those.